Hello again, everyone. I'm Paul, the Nitro Subscribers, and welcome to this edition of the Nitro Corner. Yes, it is Saturday morning, and I apologize for not having a report last night. I had to take care of a few last-minute details for the Nitro Corner in the next coming weeks. Good morning, everyone. It's time now for the Smackdown report, which was last night. Smackdown was a very good show last night, and it really reflects upon the draft and the selection of the draftees that SmackDown got last week. So let's get started. Christian came out first, thanking the fans as well as Edge for supporting him in becoming World Heavyweight Champion. But that was quickly interrupted by the world's strongest man, Mark Henry, who wants a title shot nonetheless. And then the great Khali comes out there and wants a title shot as well. And then the #1 draft pick for SmackDown, Randy Orton, comes out there saying he wants a title shot. Excuse me. So, what to do about the situation? Our good friend, General Manager Theodore Long, comes out there and lets the fans, that's right, the fans, decide who will face Christian for the World's Heavyweight title. Well, by an overwhelming majority of fans, Randy Orton was declared the #1 contender. And Theodore Long pulled yet another surprise. That title match was to be later on tonight, that evening on SmackDown. So Orton versus Christian for the world's title was the main event for last night's SmackDown. Next up, Sheamus, the former United States champion, defeated Daniel Bryan in an absolutely good match. Sheamus has really brought it to the table since losing the United States Championship last week, and he'll be on the hunt for another piece of gold around Sheamus's waist in the near future. In the near future. Next, Cody Rhodes with another boring promo. Skip him. That's boring as far as I'm concerned. Next up, first of many upsets that night, as Ezekiel Jackson defeated the Big Show. I gotta tell you right now, and this is the gospel here on the Nitro Corner, Ezekiel Jackson is, without a shadow of a doubt, the strongest man in professional wrestling. Did you see him execute a body slam on that 475-pound Big Show? He basically moved him around. Big Show did have his moments, but in the end, Ezekiel Jackson, with a little help from the core, gets the pin. But here's the interesting part. Ezekiel Jackson walked out on the core. Well, walked out on the core. That would be a big part a little bit later on in the show. Next up, they replayed The Rock's birthday celebration. Skip it. We already know how The Rock's birthday celebration went out there with all the pomp and circumstance, so we'll skip that. Next up, the newly free Layla, from formerly of Lay Cool, scored a victory over Alicia Fox in quick fashion. Great victory for her. Then, Awesome Kong made another appearance. You know her now as Karma, but here at the Nitro Corner, we know her as Awesome Kong. 270 pounds of pure badness. Came out there, and Alicia Fox has the nerve to try to go after Kong. Kong just destroyed her, delivered the Kong bomb, laid her out flat. I'm telling you right now, Awesome Kong is bringing 270 pounds of pure badness to the WWE. Tremendous. And then, next up, like I said, remember when Ezekiel Jackson walked out of the core? Well, it played the part in the next promo as the core confronted Ezekiel Jackson and basically said, what's the deal? And that he was now out of the core. Basically, he was fired. And Ezekiel Jackson says, you better make it look good. And then it was a 3-on-1 attack. They slammed like a chest or something, or a filing cabinet on top of Ezekiel Jackson. And Wayne Barrett officially, promptly fired Ezekiel Jackson from the core. Now the core is down to 3, but they have an enemy now in Ezekiel Jackson, the strongest man in professional wrestling. Next up is a junior heavyweight battle as Sin Cara scored a pin over Tyson Kidd in a great matchup, and then was confronted face to face by Chavo Guerrero. We'll see where this is headed in the next few weeks. And then the main event, the World's Heavyweight title was on the line, and folks, I am proud to announce here on the Nitro Corner, we have a brand new World Heavyweight Champion in the Legend Killer, the Viper, Randy Orton. That's right, thanks to an RKO, he defeated Christian to become the brand new World Heavyweight Champion. Congratulations to Randy Orton, just 1 week after being drafted to SmackDown. Definitely, that's going to play a major part in the Nitro Top 10 this weekend as part of the Weekend Report. And that is the SmackDown Report. SmackDown was good with a brand new World Heavyweight Champion in Randy Orton, a great junior heavyweight bout with Sin Cara, an upset with Ezekiel Jackson over the Big Show. Great all the way up and down, great card for SmackDown last night. And that is it for this edition of the Nitro Corner Weekend Report Part 1. Coming up later today, it's the Weekend Report Part 2 with the Nitro Top 10 and some information about ticket prices for 1CW's Brothers in Arms and a programming note for the Nitro Corner. Until then, this is Paul the Nitro Scour saying, so long everybody.